Hello, I'm Katherine Kingsley and I play Christine Colgate. My favourite part in the show that I do personally is when I sing Love Is My Legs, because it's a glorious musical sort of wonderful moment in the show. It's extremely funny as well. I have a lot of fun vocally with that. I kind of, it sounds like such a cliche, but I didn't really choose. It just sort of chose me. That's such a cliche. But I remember being very obsessed when I was younger. I used to watch Wuthering Heights and Anne of Green Gables and The Sound of Music and Mary Poppins. I just adored films and music, and that's all I ever wanted to do. And then I started at a drama school, well, a kind of Saturday group in Cambridge, which is where I'm from, and the rest is history. Well, I'm actually really quite homely, so I love cooking. I've turned into a cooking obsessive of late, but I also used to play tennis for the county, so I'm a very sporty girl. Ooh, it's taken a lot of focus and a lot of sacrifice. And when I say sacrifice, what I mean by that is kind of having to sort of look after myself and keep myself healthy in order to kind of be vocally on top of it or mentally on top of it if I've got a lot of lines to learn or a very complex character. So I think it's taken a lot of determination to just stick at it and self-belief. Okay, so if I was to choose a musical role, it would probably be Mabel in Mac and Mabel. I love that musical. And if it was to do a play, I'd like to do some more Shakespeare, so I would say Rosalind in As You Like It. One. I think the biggest lie I ever told was when I was probably about 6, and I really wanted a doll that peed and cried by pressing its tummy. And my dad used to leave change on the side as you walk through the front door. And I think for about 6 weeks I used to take money every night, like 50p, 20p, a pound, and I put it under my bed. And so there was a pile and by the end I think I was caught with about £25, because I think the doll cost about £28 or something back in those days. And I was caught, and I just denied it completely, even though I was absolutely caught red-handed. I wanted the doll so much. Well, that's an interesting one, because I mean there are so many of late, but I used the internet, I was like, who is the biggest scoundrel of history? So I found this guy, and he's a physician, and his name's John Brinkley, and he was based in the United States between 1917 and the 1930s, and he would help men who had problems with their virility and would implant goats' testicles into them. And so many people lined up to do this and paid $750. And he said that the operation usually worked with the more intelligent clients. And he was finally exposed and died in bankruptcy. But I just thought, wow, that's a major scoundrel. I usually take it out and polish it every night. It is difficult. So I have to be careful with my lifestyle and not go out partying too much. But weirdly, this particular role, because I sing very safely through the show, actually, I find it reasonably easy to keep my voice healthy and sounding good. Whereas other roles, such as something like Lena Lamont when I was in Singing the Rain, was so extreme, and everything I was doing every night was everything that I wouldn't normally want to do with my voice, so it was a very dangerous place to be. And equally when I was playing Helena in A Midsummer Night's Dream, because of the nature of the part and the sort of angst and the shouting quality, sometimes it pushes your voice to a limit. Whereas this one, it's a safe sing. It's a sort of, I think it's 3-octave sing that I'm doing, or maybe not quite that much, maybe I'm just exaggerating there, but it's a big sing, but it's a healthy sing. Because I think it's a cure for depression, and it's a great show. It's traditional, we've got the most amazingly talented and sexy ensemble. Everybody that comes to see the show comments on the talent on stage.